OMG's, boys, girls, in betweeners, how you doing? Red Gambit here, back with a special video because EVO 2016 is happening just a few hours from now. I really should have made this video a little bit sooner, but there you go. I poked around a little bit on Twitter, asking you guys if you want to get kind of an EVO breakdown for beginners, because my channel is all about trying to help people who aren't experts. And if you're an expert, great, fucking give me tips. But if you're not an expert in fighting games, trying to get people into fighting games. And one of the really big things that's great about being in fighting games is being able to see the big competitions, the big events that happen in the esports calendar. And there are none bigger and badder than EVO when it rolls around every single year. So, if you don't know what EVO is, what the crap is EVO? Well, EVO is the evolution series of fighting games. It's essentially the World Championships. It's kind of like, if you've ever seen that movie, The Wizard, with that kid who plays like fucking Mario 3 in front of everybody. It's like that, only way more fucking hype and with a lot more adults. So that's basically what EVO is. It takes place in glorious Las Vegas, happening from Friday to Sunday, US Pacific time. So, the games being played at EVO this year are as follows. You got your Street Fighter V, which is going to be the absolute main event of the series. Street Fighter has always been like kind of the headline game of the series, regardless of what version it's on. It's always the last game to be played at the grand finals, and it is easily my favorite part of the event. Other than that, we got Smash Bros. Wii U, we got Smash Bros. Melee, because we need two versions of Smash Bros. We got Pokken Tournament, Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator, Ultimate Marvel 3, Mortal Kombat, Tekken 7, and Killer Instinct. So those are basically games that are going to be played. There are some games played as well, but they're all side tournaments and they aren't really counted as part of the official EVO schedule. So if you're new to fighting games and you don't know what EVO is, you might be asking yourself, what's so freaking great about EVO? And I can honestly tell you that for me, it's being able to see the game played at the absolute highest level of competition possible. If you've seen my videos, I'm not even close. I would get straight bodied by any of the people there. I would actually love to go to EVO one day, but I will just not go until I feel like I'm really ready for it. But the people who play at EVO are absolutely fantastic. They are professional esports guys. They play these games for a living, and they are just incredible to watch. You've also got special announcements which happen, which I will be getting into shortly, but basically a lot of really big fighting game announcements take place during EVO. So that's something that's always good to look forward to, it's always exciting, and most important of all is the hype. I can't stress enough how much fun it is to watch an event live, even if it's on stream, to just watch it and just see things unfold and be part of those magical moments. Now, Capcom have already announced they're going to have a very big announcement at EVO, which I can almost guarantee you will take place just before the Street Fighter V Grand Finals on Sunday, because that's what they've always typically done, except for I think 2014, where they actually came out and said the big announcement is that there is no big announcement, which was obviously a letdown. But aside from that, they've always had one big announcement or another, and it's got me speculating on what it could be. The most likely answer for what they could do if they wanted to like have an incredibly hype moment is to announce Season 2 for the DLC. I think that that's probably the most likely thing they're going to give to us, because Capcom are very big on supporting Street Fighter V. They made that very clear, and it's also selling quite well. It's not selling as great as they would like, but it's definitely selling reasonably well from what I saw last time sales figures. So I would be very surprised if we didn't see a Season 2 somewhere down the line, if not being announced at EVO this year. Outside of that, I know this is probably a distant second in terms of possibility, but I would love to see an announcement of an early release for Jury, because Jury is, if we look at the schedule for characters being released, they've all been released in the order that they were initially announced. So Jury is definitely next on the block. She should be released this month, provided there aren't any more stuff-ups like what they had with Balrog and Ibuki. But, you know, hopefully, you know, like in a kind of Apple-ish kind of announcement, I'd love to see them say, hey, Jury's going to be available, oh, I don't know, right now, or tomorrow, or whatever, I don't know, just not the end of the month would be fantastic. But I would love to see that. I don't see it being as prominent or as likely a chance as we get the DLC for Season 2. Now, if you don't know what EVO is, you would not know about something which I would be remiss to mention, and that is EVO Moment 37. Why it's 37, I actually have no fucking idea. Presumably there are 36 moments before that, but I've never looked to check. EVO Moment 37 is not only a moment that went down in the annals of Street Fighter history, but it was esports history in general. EVO has been around for a very long time. It's probably one of the oldest esports competitions available to this date. I mean, it outranks anything in regards to CSGO or Dota or League of Legends or anything like that. Possibly only StarCraft would really outdo it in terms of its lineage. And it goes all the way back to Street Fighter 3, and there is a magical moment that happened. Unfortunately, I did not see it live. I was not there at the time, obviously, but I have seen the video many, many times, and it blows my mind every single time. And the way the video works that I'm about to show you is that in Street Fighter 3, if you aren't aware, there's two ways of defending. Now, obviously, you could guard as you would normally by holding down back, but you also had parries in Street Fighter 3. Every character had parries. The way the parries worked is that if you anticipated an attack occurring, you could tap forward at the exact moment that it hit you. If you timed it properly, you would get what it was called a parry, and a parry would basically allow you to not only take no damage from the attack, but it would also allow you to retaliate instantly, even if that instant retaliation was another parry. So you could actually do a series of parries to combo, or rather nullify moves that had multiple hits within them, and that's exactly what happened at EVO during this incredible moment between Daigo Umehara and Justin Wong. So without further ado, I present to you EVO Moment 37.
Rare footage of Daigo actually angry. Justin's turtle style, overcome Rao, now on the verge of putting Daigo down 1-0.
Wasn't that great? Wasn't that incredible? My god, it still is amazing to watch to this day. The Daigo was actually able to pull off a full parry against a super that not only would have killed him if it even touched him one time. If he blocked it, he would have died. But the fact that he was able to do it in front of so many people is incredible. And the fact that this happened so long ago, the crowds were even that big then. They're huge now. They're going to basically be bigger than the Las Vegas ballrooms that they're renting out at the moment. It's going to be incredible what can happen in a few years' time, considering what we have now. But that is what I love about EVO. It's what got me into fighting games. I was actually not really taking fighting games that seriously, to be perfectly honest, in 2010. I just got Super Street Fighter 4, I was messing around with Jury, and I wasn't really that big into them, but I found out from G4, when they still existed, that EVO was happening and had a live stream that they were linking onto their page, and I actually watched all of EVO in 2010. That was my first one, and it was what made me really passionate to be able to see people play at that kind of level. Even if I didn't understand a lot of what they were doing, it was still incredible to watch and be a part of those moments like I talked about. So that's pretty much it, guys. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook if you haven't already, because I'm actually going to be trying to watch as much of EVO as humanly possible. I'm going to be getting up at 3 AM tomorrow morning as I record this, so I can watch from pool play all the way through the entire weekend. It's going to be absolutely incredible, and I'm going to be on Twitter and Facebook the entire time, basically posting live updates of my thoughts and what's happening, and you can feel free to interact with me as we go. I'll try to respond to as many people as I can, so it'll be great to have you guys there sharing these moments with me as they occur. Now, do check the links below the video. I'm going to have links for the schedule, for the actual streams themselves, for my social media, and all that good stuff. So if you want to check that out, look below right now, or when the video is done, I don't care. Anyway, that's gonna do it, guys. Kisses, hugs, belly rubs, and I will see all of you very soon.